of people had written off Lamar Odom when he was in a similar, situation.
Yeah. How old is DMX?
DMX just turned 50.
Just turned 50.
Just turned
It's
50.
a trip, man. It's half a century is a long time.
Yeah.
It's a long time.
Especially with hard living.
Yeah.
Especially with hard living. Because I remember when I was talking to Michael Jai White about this last night, because when they were doing the movie, and I said, "Oh, did you ever see him maybe take drugs or anything?" He goes, "No, but the drinking that X was doing during the course of this movie was just mind shattering." He said he had a guy there that just would pour liquor for him just throughout the day,
Wow.
and he would function like this, and he would just he just hit everything hard regardless of what it was.
Yeah, I was just happy to be in his presence, and because I love hip hop,
Yeah.
and I don't even think he knew how kind of fan I was. I just played it off, but I just stayed there like everyone else, and you stare at him, and you watch this, and then the way they talk, and then when he moves,
Yeah.
and it's in a piece. It's like an old karate flick. Like he talks like an old karate flick. That's what DMX reminds me of.
You want to fight? Fight me.
Who are you? yeah. And it's so him. And I was like, what does he sound like? No one sounds like him.
No one sounds like him. A phenomenal talent. Those first 3 albums were just ridiculous. If you ever seen him, perform like Rough Riders Anthem in front of like 100,000 people, when everyone knows the chorus, and but with that went an extremely rough life. I remember recently I was researching him and going through his whole backstory. His mother, he had pulled something, he was going through his mother's purse. He pulled out a piece of paper or something, and his mother ended up beating him with a broomstick and knocking his teeth out at 6 years old. He ended up being homeless early on. He just had to get out of his house. He started just sleeping around dogs, which is how he kind of became the whole affinity towards pit bulls and everything. The drug addiction, the fights, the arrests, the prison time, the rehab, the coming out, the kids, the lawsuits.
It was such a full life.
A lot, but so much accomplishment along the way. The movies like Belly, or doing a movie with Aaliyah, the multi-platinum albums. I think he was one of the first rappers to go have a #1 album twice in 1 year.
Wow.
Yeah. Just so much, man. And listen, everyone's praying for him. There's a huge, all the Rough Rider motorcycle group is all outside holding a vigil and everything. You never know, man. He might pull through, and he might come back out, and
gotta send that energy.
Gotta send that
Keep
energy.
sending DMX energy.
There you go.